As a lazy student with online classes, online work, or writing the occasional YouTube script, I realized I was spending quite a lot of hours at my desk each day. In fact, if I were to guess, I'd say nearly half of the time I spend awake is at my desk. And so it was for that reason I decided to invest in a nice mechanical keyboard. And for that, I chose the Ducky One TKL Skyline, which is what I'll be reviewing in today's video. So firstly, I'll give a brief overview of the specs of the keyboard, and then I'll go into what I thought about it after using it for about 9 months. This keyboard was manufactured by Ducky, a company in Taiwan, and this is the Skyline TKL keyboard, which stands for 10 keyless and is missing the number pad from the regular full-size keyboard, making it 85mm shorter than the regular keyboard and allowing my arms to be closer together while using the mouse and the keyboard on my desk. The version that I got was from PC Case Gear and costs 179 Australian dollars and weighs in at 950 grams. And for the switches, I chose the original Cherry MX Blue switches, which is generally the loudest out of the blues, reds and browns. Here is a bit of typing recorded on my microphone of what it sounds like. Now onto the pros of the keyboard. The keyboards are also double shot PBT, which makes them higher quality and feel more premium compared to the regular keyboards. For me, my personal preference is that the keyboards don't also have backlighting, which doesn't make them stand out too brightly at nighttime, and it can be very distracting. There's this joke about guys with 2 monitors and a light up keyboard, but I can safely say that this joke does not apply to me because my monitor does not light up. I also like the aesthetics of the keyboard as it complements the rest of my desk setup quite nicely. And the additional blue keycaps given in the package also help bring a bit more color and life into my keyboard. Overall, it just looks super clean and super modern and not very distracting at all, which is what you'd like to expect in an office and work setup. The font to me is also super clean and super easy to read, which is another great plus. The biggest thing so far though is of course it's helped improve my typing speed. By no means do I claim to be like a great fast typer who can type 150 words per minute. In fact, I'm very close to just average or even below average. But what I've found from using this keyboard for 9 months, I haven't really found when I'm typing a lot my fingers to start hurting when I'm using a normal keyboard. And it just feels so much more relaxing and smooth to type on, especially given they are the Cherry MX Blue switches. Over the long run, if you're typing a lot, it's definitely a worthwhile investment as it will save your fingers a lot of hurt if you're typing a lot, constantly hours upon hours of typing. I think one of the most important things that's helped improve my typing speed is the feel of the typing and the keyboard. The keys don't offer much resistance and I can type for longer without my fingers getting sore, and it just feels so much more effortless. As a slow typer, I've needed all the help I can get, and this has definitely been that help. Now let's talk about some of the cons of the keyboard. The first con is I have to connect my keyboard to the USB-C hub with the USB-C cable. I would have preferred if there was a wireless option, but nevertheless it doesn't affect the aesthetics too much, except for the fact that there is now a single fat wire pointing from my keyboard to the back of the desk. Another con of this keyboard, and for most mechanical blue switches in general, is the loud sounds that it makes when you are typing. The blue switches are the loudest of the bunch. The Cherry MX browns are next, followed by the reds, which is more for gaming, and brown is kind of in the middle. Blue is of course the one that's meant for typing, and of course the sounds are the loudest. For example, when I'm in meetings and especially all these online Zoom calls and the other person's talking and I'm trying to type out what they're saying and make notes of it, it's kind of hard now to hear them talking because of all the loud clicking sounds that my keyboard is making in the background, which can get a bit annoying at times for both yourself and also for the other person who has to listen to all your clicking sounds. So there's this kind of trade-off between typing speed with choosing the blue switches versus how loud the sounds that they make and how much it annoys people, whether you're on Zoom calls with others or even in the office where you're typing away and other people have to bear with all the noise that you're making. However, generally when I'm just by myself and typing away, I actually quite like the sounds that it makes, as it just makes me feel that I'm making progress towards something, and the speed that I'm doing it makes me feel like I'm being quite efficient. So overall, it's a great, clean, high quality mechanical keyboard, and I'm very glad with the price I paid for it and the value I managed to get out of it, since it was such great value for money. Like the Kindle, it's also one of those things that don't really depreciate in value over time, and I'll be using it hopefully for many more years to come. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review on the Ducky One TKL Skyline keyboard. I'm considering doing more videos on reviewing the certain things on my desk and going over my affordable productivity desk setup. But let me know if that's something you guys will be interested in. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to give it a big like and also subscribe to this channel to not miss out on my future content where I share tips about studying, tech, and uni life. As always, take care and I hope to see you guys in the next video.